What's up guys, and welcome to the very first episode of my brand new FIFA 21 PS5 career mode series called Cork To Glory. This is an old school RTG with a twist as we take the worst team in FIFA, pop them in League 2 in the English Football League, and try and take the half-a-star team, the worst team in FIFA, from the very bottom to the very top. Yes, welcome to the very first episode of Cork To Glory. I am super excited for this. I have had this challenge in mind for a very long time, and I thought now is the time to start it. Very, very excited for it, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. So Cork City, 668,000 transfer budget, very little money to work with indeed. And again, a half-a-star team, 55 is their overall rating, a whole 30 ratings lower than the best team in FIFA. But that is our plan. In the future, we will become the best team in FIFA. We're going to try and transition these guys from the worst team in FIFA to the best team in FIFA. It's an old school RPG with a little bit of a twist, and I'm really, really excited for it. So if you're new viewers to the channel, I do recommend clicking the subscribe button. I upload FIFA career mode videos every single day. And if you like your saves that are long-term RTG type feels with tons of youth academy players coming through and loads of development, then this is definitely a series that you will enjoy. Now, as we take a look at the objectives for the first season, this is absolutely crazy. So, of course, we put Cork in League 2 and taken out the worst English team in the game, Harrogate Town. Look at the objectives the board have given us for our first season in League 2. Avoid a finish in the bottom part of the league, so aim for a top 13 finish. That should definitely be doable despite us being the worst team. But also, reach the last 16 of the FA Cup. That's an unbelievable ask from the board. And also, make a 13.5 million profit from youth player sales within 2 seasons. I don't think Cork City have ever seen 13.5 mil since the club was founded. I mean, that's absolutely unbelievable objectives from the board there. Listen, you know, in the league, I feel confident we can push for the playoffs. I know when you look at this team, you're probably thinking, how? This is an awful, awful team. It's also one of the youngest teams in FIFA, with one of the thinnest squads, only 22 senior players in the squad. But I believe that because of the standard of teams we're competing with in League 2, you know, the quality is incredibly poor indeed. There's no reason we can't compete for a playoff place this season. Of course, that will be hard. But top 10 is definitely achievable. But reach the last 16 of the cup and make 13.5 million from youth player sales. Come on board. Start living in the real world. But as a running through the squad here, you can see it is indeed a half-star team. It's the worst team I've ever used in FIFA. And yeah, that's absolutely shocking. Absolutely terrible indeed. So of course, as I alluded to a moment ago there, we will need to get some good youth academy players. Our budget was again around 650 to 750,000 pounds due to wage budget alteration, and to me the first order of business was quite simple: hire the best youth scout we can possibly afford. That's Aslak Moan. He's a Norwegian youth scout, 3-star experience, 3-star judgment. We sent him to Republic of Ireland for 9 months. It's going to cost just under 300 grand to send him there, and that's like just under half of our starting transfer budget to begin the season off. So yeah, it's pricey enough to buy the scout and then send him out as well. And it was the same with our English scout, the 1-star scout, who I don't think we'll pick up too many decent players with in the very first season. But yeah, we couldn't even afford to send our English scout on a 9-month mission because we didn't have enough money to send him there for that length of time. So in the end, we sent him there for 3 months, looking for physically strong type of players. And really, the key for me in the very first season is just get basically anyone. Like, just pick up anyone, and I'll be satisfied with that. Because of the fact we've got such a thin squad, we need as many playable players as possible. We need as many bodies in our first team as possible. So yeah, any youth player that gets picked up by our scout is basically a guarantee to already get an academy scholarship, just because we've got no one else available. And speaking of, this is the point here. We're going to see some loan offers and some transfer offers for our players this season, but I wouldn't expect us to sell anyone this season, if not maybe just one player at that, because quite frankly, we don't have the squad depth to afford to make our squad even thinner. You're playing 46 games a season in the Championship. You've got the what's it called now? The Papa John's Trophy, I think it's called. The old what was it called? The old Johnston's Paint Trophy back in the day. League 1 and League 2 teams. You've got the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, a 46 game league season. Yeah, we need more than 22 senior players to cope with all the games we're trying to fit in this season. So after the 2 scouts got sent out, our budget was basically completely gone. I did try and loan in Kilkenny, a young Bournemouth player, but unfortunately the loan got declined declined. I just can't loan players in FIFA. I find it so hard to do. Whether I do it myself or delegate them, it seems so hard to loan players in. But also, I would like your comments in today's episode, guys, as well. In the comment section down below, I'm going to need some transfer suggestions. So any transfer suggestions whatsoever, please give me a comment down below, because what we're looking for with Cork City here is players that are like 60, 61 overall maximum. Anything more than that, and we won't be able to afford the transfer fee, but players that have got very good growth. Don't worry about having a high potential, but high growth. We need players that grow a lot. So even if they're starting off at like 52, 53 overall, if they've got like plus 20 growth, that will be an ideal signing for Cork City. It will cost very little to bring them in initially, but in time they'll be worth an awful lot more. So in the comment section down below today, guys, please do give me the transfer suggestions for me. What players should we look to try and sign with Cork City with basically no money whatsoever? We're looking for the best value deals, the lower rate of players with very, very high growth indeed. We did sign one player, a Finnish right back from the free agents pool, £4 a week, and he's 66 overall as well, so already becomes one of the best players in the team. I don't think I'll abuse the free agent system too much in the first season though. I'd rather focus on youth players that come out of the academy, as opposed to free agents from all sorts of places. But either way, Finnish right back, I thought look, we need the bodies basically. We need some players here, so I thought I might as well bring at least one player. He comes in on a 4-year, £4 a week deal, 27 years old, and 66 rated. Not too bad. But for the first game with Cork City, I was thinking, right, we've got Morecambe away from home here. They're one of the lower rated teams in League 2. And I was thinking, if we get off to a decent start, I'll take a point, but I love all three. But 44 minutes into the game, right before the break, we were 3 goals down, and Stockton scored all 3. And I was thinking, right, I knew this was going to be a real challenge for me. We have got the worst team in FIFA, but this is really frustrating, because in the first half, despite being 3-0 down, I was playing really well. I've got to be honest here, I was playing some really good football, and that's why in the second half, I felt for sure, if I kept playing this way, I'd find a couple of goals and try and get back in the game. 52 minutes into the match, 7 minutes after the restart, we did find a route back into it. Coleman with the finish as our midfielder makes it 3-1, as we do get a route back into the game and a glimmer of hope. And a few minutes later, staying in attack mode, we're going to claw our way back into this game after the massive hole we put ourselves in heading into the break, and Coleman scores again. 6 minutes after his first goal gets his second. Morecambe 3, Cork City 2. Game died down a little bit after that, but I continued to stay hungry, looking for that leveller, looking for that goal to get us back on level terms from 3-0 down, and we'd find it as well. 8 minutes to go, Davis, our number 9, we're pinning our hopes on him to score all the goals this season, makes it 3-3 as we battle back from 3 goals down at the break to tie the game with a few minutes to go. And in stoppage time, looking for a game winner and one of the best comebacks I've had in FIFA 21. Byrne holds the ball up well, stops on a dime, rolls into Davis who grabbed our third goal, holds it up, rolls it through to Morrissey, and the captain, could you believe it, with 12 seconds of stoppage time remaining, bangs one in off the underside of the crossbar to give us a winning start on match day 1 against all odds. The worst team in FIFA, there's no denying that, that's a statistical fact, but we've certainly got enough determination, persistence and resilience as well. 3-0 down at the break, which we didn't deserve to be 3-0 down, but 3-0 down at the break, and in the second half score 4 goals and completely turn the game on its head. That's my best comeback in FIFA 21, and it happens in the very first game of a brand new series. You love to see it. 4-3 the final score. Incredible turnaround. We shouldn't have been 3-0 down the break, to be fair. Again, I was playing really well, but I think that is sort of like a premonition of what you're going to see throughout the course of the first season. I think the standard of defending at this level is really, really poor. So most of the games I think are going to feature a lot of goals. I think scoring goals is going to be quite easy for us to do this season, because again, the opposition back lines and the goalkeepers are really poor, but defending is going to be really, really difficult. Once our back line gets breached, it's game over. We're not going to stop a goal. So yeah, I do feel like those sort of games are what we're going to see a lot of this season. Loads of action, loads of chances, and also loads of goals as well. 4-3 the final score. We win the 7-goal thriller and start off with a win with the worst team in FIFA. An awful long way to go though. So to close out the episode, we have our first batch of scouting from England and Republic of Ireland. Nobody really good here, to be honest. Sharky looks the best at 57 overall, 17 years old. The potential ranges will of course drop over time, but this is to be expected really. If you're sitting there thinking, 2 or 3 months in, we'll have 4 players with potential to be special, and a couple of the exciting prospect tags, think again. Our scouts are really poor. I do predict we'll find a couple of decent players this season, and listen, showing great potential will be like winning the lottery for Cork City, but it is going to be hard to find some great youth players. But like I said earlier, due to the lack of squad depth, basically anyone who gets picked up is going right in the academy. But that went into this episode and the first one of Cork To Glory, guys. So if you have enjoyed the series opening, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the very next episode of Cork To Glory very soon.